and library science.
Excellent.
Mixed irutte sir. They are all degree college teachers and PG teachers.
Excellent, sir.
Belong to different colleges and different universities.
Okay. Nice, sir.
ನಾನು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ಸರ್ ಈಗ 2 ಗಂಟೆ
ಆಗಿದೆ. Yes, sir. No problem, sir. Take your own time, sir.
ನಿಮ್ದು PG ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್?
ಸರ್ ನಂದು PG ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಸರ್, ಆಳ್ವಾಸ್ ಕಾಲೇಜು.
ಸರ್ ಅದೊಂದು ಬರ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಯೋಡಾದಲ್ಲಿ, ಇರ್ಲಿ ಸರ್.
ಆಳ್ವಾಸ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್. So whether I can take it bilingual or I can use...
Go for bilingual, sir, no problem.
Okay.
Go for bilingual. Okay. Dear participants, good afternoon to all of you. For this session, we have with us Dr. Sangappa Oggar sir as a resource person. Dr. Sangappa Oggar sir obtained presently working as a faculty of Department of Social Work, Bangalore City University, Bangalore. As a professional, Sangappa Oggar with expertise in child protection, child rights, and child mental health in the juvenile studies justice system. He is of course very young, and he has to credit 8 years of teaching and research experience working in national international organizations. He also served as an assistant professor in the Department of Social Work, Central University of Karnataka for 1 year before he joined Bangalore City University. His area of expertise are, of course, child protection, child rights, and children in conflict with the law, with a focus on the psychological well-being, social support, and coping patterns of children in institutional settings. He published papers and articles in the national and international journals, and he has been awarded twice the best poster paper presentation and best oral paper presentation for his work at AIMS, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Delhi, in the first annual conference of the Society for Addiction Psychology from Institute of Medical Sciences, AIMS, Delhi. Moreover, he has a distinct honor of chairing a scientific session at the first annual national conference of the Society for Addiction Psychology at the Ghaziabad Center of NDDTC AIMS on the same dates. He was also invited to speak at several prestigious institutions in various states like Kashmir University of Kashmir, Central University of Karnataka, SOS Children's Village of India, Bangalore, Pondicherry State Social Welfare Board, Department of Psychiatry, JIPMER, and National Institute of Social Defense, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, New Delhi, etc. In fact, he obtained his master's in social work from Bangalore University and a PhD from Delhi School of Social Work, Institute of Delhi. Presently working at Bangalore City University, Bangalore. With this brief, I welcome wholeheartedly the course resource person of this session, Dr. Sangappa Oggar sir, to this online lecture session on behalf of all the participants through online and also on behalf of the MDT Center and Institute of Sir. Over to Sangappa sir. Please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, and good afternoon to everyone. So I hope my voice is audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sure.
sir.
So
Yes,
I
sir.
just before so before starting my session, I just put it one story. So if you go through it, at least then based on that we can start my session, I'm thinking. I hope everyone can be readable, which I have sharing. Whether you can visible that my slide, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
It's
sir.
visible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Or else you can read it, anyone of your, whoever is using the personal system, like not mobile, it's very difficult to read. So if person is using the computer or laptop, you can read it one person, then everyone will understand this. Yeah, this is a story. This is a real story which we are connecting with this story. We can continue with that my session. Somebody we can read it. Any teachers.
Jyoti is a 12-year-old child, survivor of a cyclone-stricken fishing village, who has lost both her grandmother and grandhome to the calamity. Her father is a fisherman, her mother a day wage laborer. While Jyoti studies at the public school in her village, most children in the community she hails from have lost a family member, homes, or shops to the disaster. In this way, her experiences are similar to other children and families in the community. It's been a few months since the cyclone occurred, but the community is yet to receive aid from the relevant local bodies or NGOs around the area. The school has been shut, most of their houses destroyed, and the nearest hospital 4 bus stops away. Now consider that a few months before the cyclone occurred, she lost her, sir, it has gone.
One second, madam. One second. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Once again. Once again. One second, madam. Give a minute, madam. Let's go once again. Give a minute, madam. I'll just
Okay.
re-log in. If some problem it has. Whether it can be visible. I think it was showing that the host is not allowing sharing for this message. Something it is coming. I think hoster side, I think.
Just a minute, sir.
Sharing is not turned on.
Wait, sir.
So now you can share, sir.
Okay, once again. Once again. Yes, I'm so sorry, madam, that I think it was not retrieved in that PPT. So I will talk that, no issue.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So I think you have understood that that is the story which we have given in that in natural calamities that 16-year Jyoti was, I think she was having under stress. So where she lost her father, mother, and even except her brother. So these are the things which we can see that in the calamities, it's one of the reason emergency if you take. So like that, many calamities are the cyclone is there and tsunami is there, and even also within our own societies we are facing many things for there. So if you take like that, so when that, especially for that juvenile emergency it comes, because where my topic has given, it's basically for the juvenile in conflict with the law. So these are the childrens where we are very limited kind of population we are going to see in that, especially in this, especially in the institutional setup. So if you take that, these are the things. So you directly connected with mental health and psychosocial factors. So, because if you take the Brenner theory, I think most of you are all teachers. I think you have aware about the Brenner theory, which is a socio-ecological theory, how it is affecting that child from that family stage to school level, school to community, community the vast as a society level. So every factors will be influencing the human beings to nurturing the juvenile related or even child related development psychologically and economically and culturally. And these are the things will be happens. So if you take the emergency, we are seeing that even across the globe, if you take in the Sudan, so especially we are, I think, 2.2 crores children were lost their life in the Sudan because of the some other reasons, because of the national fight and some other even countries to country attacking and military attacking and harm force and many things were happening. So that is thing. And the same thing if you take in the Gaza, which is recently was had fight between and Gaza versus Gaza strips and versus in that Israel, two countries were the fighting because those were the most of the victims are children. I think almost as per the UNICEF data, and it was they have quoted the 64,000 children where they have lost their life, they lost their leg, they lost their head, they lost their many body parts. So these are the things which we are seeing in the world. Even also in the 2004, where when the tsunami was happened, the India also most affected and even most vulnerable of the group of the after that woman is the children, because children are they cannot express their things, they cannot express their emotional things, they cannot express their happiness, they cannot express their trauma or shock whatever it will happens in that particular time. So juveniles are the very important role because which we call that according to the, I think everyone yesterday was that World Children's Day. I think everyone is aware about that because that 1989 that UNCR's United Convention on the Rights of the Child was established and it was came to that power. So we are calling it at a Children's Day, but still, but Children's Day we are celebrating because due to many factors we are controlling their rights. So UNCRC we can see that 40 more than 42 rights were there, but we are being as adults we are not aware and we are not giving the freedom to the children. So UNCRC, or according to the new Juvenile Justice Act in 2015 in India, it has come saying that who is child, who is a juvenile. Juvenile is the person who has not completed 18 years. So this is the called the definition for the juvenile. So where are the things people were there? Even if you take, for example, if you take, I try to share that slide once again. Okay, it was not happening. So actually, if you take the directly, I think I think your sir has told that you have science stream and art streams and commerce streams, and we have that G global index level. We have a four major important there. Goal number two, which is a no discrimination. It is verily talking about the children's. We cannot the discrimination based on their respect, irrespective of their color, irrespective of their age, irrespective of their language, irrespective of their geographical area. And so the Article 3 is straight away, it is talking in that global level, that's the best interest of the child. being as a we adult, whatever we are taking a decision, that should be there, the betterment of the child development, either it is a psychological, either it is a social context. So that is the article number 3. And article number 6 is directly talking about the life, survival, and the development of the child. And 12th was the very important article, was a respect for children's views, because we most of the adult, what we will do, we won't listen the children's words, or we never, even our own home, if you take that, so we won't allow them to take any major decisions, we won't involve them, because we think that the child is not knowing anything. But no, absolutely that is wrong. Child is having capacity to observe very clearly, but only thing is that until unless we are not involving the any decision, any participation, any play, so that will be not happens properly. So these are the very important things. And if you come to the Sudan, and recently they have issued that, I will read that one, that UNICEF has made it, that the statement. In the last 2 years, a staggering 64,000 children have reportedly been killed or maimed across the Gaza strips in the devastating war that has an effort to our shared humanity. Israel strikes on Gaza City and other parts of the Gaza strips continue. For the sake of all the children in Gaza, this war must be end. They have given their own statement, because this is directly, it was affecting on the human beings. It's affecting even also, if you take that when recently was happened, I think might be some people are from Jammu and Kashmir. Recently that India and Pakistan was also happened. That's most of the victims are children. If you take that parts of Kupwara district where I have, after that war, they have had visited there, I think 34 children were in the school, and some of the children were in the working in the community. They have targeted, and they have actually simply they have killed them. So why I'm telling that? So most vulnerable group of the society is children. So children in the emergency time, we need to think psychologically, socially, and even also society level, we need to think, and we need to provide them emotional and especially anger management, and suddenly sometimes will be the trauma which will be carrying for till their end. So these are the things we are playing very, very important role, either you are being as a teacher. So you need to, I think these are the things which will be emergency time, how to children should be react in that. So in this, I think in the syllabus, especially academic, we need to bring all those things, because once we will bring for the academic things, then children will make understand how they have to react. For us in Indian context, emergency means it is only calamities. It is not only calamities, doesn't mean that it's only calamities. It is not only cyclone, it is not only earthquake, or it is not only flood. It is more than that. For example, if you take that in COVID-19 was very important role which was played in that every human beings, including children and adults. So it was one of the public health emergency it was there. So what happened, the most of the children also, according to the Lancet journal article, you can't believe it. They will quoted it, the more than 56% of the population, they have died because due to of the fear. In that, actually 21% children were died because of the fear, because they lost their father. They don't know what to do, where to go, what is their future life. These are the traumas, still it is carry forwarding. So why I'm telling that emergency time being is not only the teacher role, community role is very important. Neighborhood role is very important, and teacher role is very, very important, and parents' role is very important. This is the same thing which will be quoted by the Brenner, the one of the great psychologists. He will tell that in the micro level, meso level, and macro level, how it will be, the every layer will be, the every child development stages will be changes. So if the person is not nurtured very well in the small age, when after getting the birth, then what will happen? Then definitely if he is having the single parent, his psychological issues will be different. If he is having a both parents, the child behavior, attitude, and management skills will be different. If child is not having the both parents, mother and fathers, so that will be the different. So these are the every stages. If the child is going for the school, the child is not getting very good friend circle, very good very good kind of what you can call atmosphere. So obviously the child will be a school dropout, maybe school having the many antisocial activities association. These are the things we can identify. That is the weak one, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, layer 5. The Brenner theory will be strongly is recommended. Every layer is in the child life. It's very, very important. Then if you take that in the Juvenile Justice Act, where the institutional I had worked. So Juvenile Justice Act emergency is very important. See, most of us, we don't know why children will come in the conflict with the law. Conflict with law, nothing but it is kind of a person who has committed or maybe suspected the person has committed. They have brought to police people, they will brought to the juvenile homes. So because the juveniles is nothing but it is a child. So because now also it's very interesting that juvenile means it is kind of antisocial. It is kind of becoming one of the synonymous for antisocial. Absolutely not. So juvenile is just a child. So what we are seeing, the most of the people, those will come to the juvenile home because they lost, as I told you, they lost their parents' love and affection. They lost that the trust on the communities. They lost their neighborhood. They lost the friend circle. Then finally, where they will come, obviously they need the love and affection. Finally they will get one person called his own friend circle or peer influence group. Then he will get into that field. Then he will start doing whatever that antisocial behavior and all those things. Because that person itself, it is a corrected in the family level. Definitely, I don't think so he will come to that the juvenile home level. Or if it is corrected from the school level, I don't think so he will come to that the next level. So this is every multiple factors is influencing on the child development. So if you take, because I had worked with, because my PhD on that same topic, see most of the children, one child was very interesting. I am very happy to share with that. The child was telling that he was actually 17 years when he has committed some what you can call it, antisocial behavior, whatever you can call it. So then by mistakenly police people, what they have done it, simply they took him and they, instead of putting in the children home or where observation home, they put him in the adult jail, where we call it as a prisons, adult prisons or whatever, wherever we are, central jail, some people will call it. Because we supposed to keep the child should be, because he is belongs to below 18 years, he's supposed to keep in the observation home. Instead of that, what police done mistake is, he has crossed 18 years, simply they have took to the central jail or wherever adults are there, they kept in. So no one knows that the child is actually he's a child or he's adult. The small mistake, how it will happen, I'm telling you. So simply the child was spent 3 years in the prison system where every antisocial behavior adults were there. So finally we come to know that we went to that observation home, sorry, that prisons along with judicial system, and we have, our work is to trace out those who are less than 18 years to identify them within the prison system. Finally, we come to know that that time he was turned almost, he has crossed 3 years, and he was telling that when you have come to this prison system, then he told that XYZ, he told information. Then again, second question I asked, how old you are when you had committed the crime? Then he told us 17 years, 9 months, sir. Then why you come to here? No, sir, police people simply, they took me to that adult jail. So why I'm telling, then after that we come to know that anyhow he has got the bail and he come to that, then we had interaction, then I made a case study. He was telling that, so because that child was the second time repeat offender, so police don't want to take that headache. So that is what the second time they sent him directly to the prison system. Then he came out of that bail. That by the time he was adult. Then what happened? Then I had a case study with him. He was telling that, so what are the changes you have found? Because you've already been here for one term in the observation home. Now second term you've been there in the prison system. Then he was telling, sir, he was telling to me, sir, when I was in observation home first time, I had done only theft case. So I was only got a chance to correct myself. I can express my thoughts. I can participate here. I can express before the judicial system. I can express with the social workers. I can express with my family members. I can meet my family members anytime here. I can have words with my own legal system or lawyers. But these are the rights which completely I lost because wrongly they kept me in there. Then again, I asked, what are other challenges which you have faced in the prison system? He was telling that, sir, as you know, when I came to this institution in the time of emergency, so like I was there in observation. Second time again, first time also theft case, and second time also theft case. Means the robbery case he was there. He was a very studious. He was very studious. One of the prestigious school he was learning. He was going for the school, that is CBSE school. So then he was telling that, sir, I know that how to do the theft when I was here. Once I went to the prison system, I became a postgraduated in the crime, he was telling, which means he had got a lot many environment there, different kind of. He got murderer, he got rapist, he got XYZ drug abuser, many things, even homosexual, many things he got because he was a completely expert. That is why I'm telling these are case studies means where the Juvenile Justice Act, we have act called a Juvenile Justice Act. So ಬಾಲ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಕಾಯ್ದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿದೆ. That is same thing for entire country also. Juvenile Justice Act is there because the juvenile justice, why we are different than adult means you treat him, give a second chance to correct his life, his or her life. So that is what the child is, whatever he has committed XYZ. So you have to treat him like a child only, give a second chance to correct his life, to lead better citizen of the society. So if you're not giving second chance, where it happens in the second case that which I have already given the case. So obviously if you're putting into the jail, it is not the solutions. So when the emergency comes, the rush will comes, then even these are things will have, whatever I'm sharing in the time of COVID time. So COVID time, everyone is getting rushing. This is also kind of a social, very social evil. People were mobbed. People don't know what to do, what not to do in the time of COVID. So especially children are completely vulnerable. First of all, adult only we had many people who are face the psychosomatic. So as you know, the psychosomatic is nothing but whatever we are thinking in mind, that same thing will be reflect in our body. So if I feel that something like that, okay, I'm getting pain in my mind, I'm getting some breathlessness, something in the time of COVID, you just imagine, might be you have experienced all those things. So definitely you will have that kind of, when you are thinking about that, definitely you are going to face that breathing problems because it is directly connected with the psychosomatic. How my mind will think, the same way our body will be react. So this is the most of the, especially in the Bangalore, especially the mega cities like Allahabad and even not Allahabad, especially Noida and Gurgaon and Chennai and Hyderabad. These are the majorly vulnerable group of the children, especially time of the COVID. In the time of COVID, they have exploited. They had so they lost their parents, they lost their medication, they lost their belongings. They even also lot many ones of trafficking also has happened in the time of COVID. So COVID also, it's a kind of one of the public health emergency. It was happens not necessary to only the war time, conflict time, military and cyclone. Of course, that is all important. But in the time of even within the society also, children were facing many emergency situations. So for that, how we will react, being as a teacher, being as a family member, being as a social workers, that is very important role. Because if you take, if because you are all, everybody's children were studying very good, schools are very, because you nurtured very well. That is what Brenner theory will tell, that where the child will get a birth, where the child will get a growth, where the child, what kind of circle, relationship, parents, father, mother, and including the friend circle and neighborhood, that depending if everything is good, obviously the child development will be very good. So this is the things. If the child is, our own child is not going in some other, obviously that will be facing in a, obviously we can tell that we can antisocial behavior, maybe because the child is not able to get love and affection from our side. That is what somebody is offering these things in the on the street or somewhere else. So obviously the child will go towards with the particular person, it will associate, and obviously the later stage it will maybe it'll go into the negative way of things. So for this, I think UNICEF is working for that wonderful, and even also the for that this kind of any emergency situation, children were there. I think you are most of people are aware about that 1098, which is a child line number. So any emergency, any child, anything if it is there, they can approach, and definitely people will respond for that. Then this is a kind of child rescue number 1098. Which is developed by the children only. That actually started with the Tata Institute of Social Science, Mumbai, and later it has across the India, it was there. So 1098, it is only for the, in the time of trafficking, in the time of lost their parents or anything time, they can approach immediately. For children only, this especially this number has made by the government, and with the partnership with the PP, public partnership, it was running this number. So these are the issues, and which are, that is what, if you keep on going like this kind of things, keeping the mind in the children, obviously they are carrying for the later stage. In the psychologists used to tell that whatever the effect will happens or impact will happens in the childhood time, definitely it will be reflect in the adult when we will reach to the adult or adolescent age. So better we should be in the children age. We should give the very love affection. We should provide the atmosphere, good drinking water facilities, good education, good neighborhood, good parenting. So this, if you, and good peer influence, if you give these all those things, I think the children, I don't think so they will very less chances to getting into the other activities, which we can call it negative activities, and it is also good for their the brain developments also. So otherwise, it's because you know, as you know, that till 21 years our brain will getting developing. So we think that it is till 21 years, keep on, it is developing the brain. After that only that we are capable to take the right decisions. So till 18 years, we need to nurture, and nature and nurturing is very, very important in the child development stage. So apart from this, I'm more interested to asking question and answer related rather than my lecturing method. So I'm wind upping my session, and I'm interested to hear from your inputs or your questions or any queries, or you can type in the chat box also. You can raise if you have any questions or anything regarding that juvenile and emergency related. Yeah. Because in now every curriculum, it is mandated to put that SDG, Sustainable Development Goal, where I have already told that best interest of the child and child right, child participation, right to play. These are the very, very important in UNCRC, and even also India also has signed for that in 1992, 93. So the UNCRC role. So because India also showing the very interest role, we'll protect, we will provide the good education, good environment for every Indian children. That is what in events, but still, uh, apart from that, how effectively we are working, that is different things. Because see, every year we are bringing one law for children. So Juvenile Justice Act, only the one, it is a very giving the second chance to correct the child and lead one better second life. That is what the Juvenile Justice Act is different than the Adult Act. That is what why we are not treating juvenile as like an adult. Especially, I think you're more aware about the FOXO Act also there, and prevention of offense, sexual offense related also, which our society is facing many more about these are the cases. Yeah. Any questions regarding this juvenile and emergency? So I'm interested to hear from many inputs from all faculty members. Am I audible or not?
Audible, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
sir. Thank you.
Audible.
You're audible, sir.
I got shocked after 35 minutes is finished. Yeah. ಏನಾದರೂ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳಿದ್ರೆ ಜುವೆನೈಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ಆರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಚಾಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ನಾಟ್ ಎನ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ. This was the photo was taken in that UNICEF team when that Israel attack was happened on children, where that more than 27,000 children was killed in within 2 days. So you think about it. I think my slide is you can see it, my slide.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yes,
These
sir,
are
we
the
can
things
see.
will happens. Just imagine what about their psychological well-being and think about their trauma till death they are carrying these childrens when the emergency will happens. So that is whatever war will happens or whatever will things will happens, but finally the victims are the children. So that is the problem. So these are many children. Even also I'm not able to show some of the pictures are there. Even also I can't show it. Even within the when they got born babies also, entire even hospitals was completely killed. These all children and mothers that time. So if war is wanted to take, that war should happen between the military to military people, but nothing to do with these all vulnerable groups, children. What women are done, what the children were done. They don't know anything. They don't know what is right, what is wrong. So people suddenly we will target the only victim groups, only civilians, what they have done. So same thing was happened in that Indo-Pak war also. The recently what happened in the Kupwara district was I think within the family 5 children was killed. So if they have target, it is there that nation should have to have that very diplomatic stand to take and deal these kind of things. Otherwise, that finally victims are the children or even vulnerable groups of women.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, madam. Yes, go ahead.
So I just want to know what is the effect of displacement on children during emergencies? What other than the general context, what could be the other repercussions?
Can you in between your voice was got break, madam? Come across, madam, once again.
No. I wanted to know what
Yes.
are the effects of displacement on children during emergencies? Like, for example, now Afghanistan had the earthquake, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
so many families, children died, parents died, mothers died. We could see it, in the video clippings that were showcased in the news. So, how would you help, or what could be the repercussions?
Ma'am, first thing, it will difficulties. First, they will face the stress.
Yeah.
So that stress will be the first step. It is not a stress. We cannot tell, we can tell in a psychological, it is a panic.
Yeah.
So it is very, it is more dangerous than stress. So
Hmm.
the shock, they need first, they have to take immediately step the state, because we being as a civilians, we cannot go in that situations.
Right.
So the government should take an initiative. Government should have that the emergency counselors, grief counselors that time, because the grief counselors role is very important. The person has lost father, mother, and everyone. So that time it is being as a normal counselor is very difficult, because we can show the sympathy, but we cannot show the empathy. So empathy along with that to understanding the person's what their same feeling, I have to feel it. So that is very important role. And displacement, what will happen? It is a lifetime trauma, madam. It is a lifetime trauma. And even also one thing, and definitely as I told you that time, so 90 percentage the trauma not curable. Because of that shock, it will carry forward till end. So that is the things what we can do. The series of counseling is required. That is also not this normal counseling. It's needed specialized counseling for the traumatized children and traumatized human beings, whoever, woman or adult, whoever is needed. And second thing is that they have to have associated with the mental health institutions, emergency time, especially for if you take in the NIMHANS, is the very National Institute in Mental Health and Neurosciences in the area of mental health. So they used to do that disaster management, anything happen, they will take along with them counselors, they will take along with the social workers, they will take along with them that police person, and even also if they needed any housing department, because whatever the emergency, what we can do it. So it is not one person can do it in the time of emergency. It is kind of a collective work. It's a government and public partnership, and especially for the NGOs role is very important. But most of us, what we will do for the name shaking kind of counseling and name shaking point, because the long lasting along with the child or along with that particular people, we need to take a stand. Then only it will be there. Even also the simple thing, COVID time, the parents lost children, still they are not recovering. They are not come up out of that shock. So it will be long because it directly affecting on their cognitive thinking, cognitive level and neurosystem. And definitely if you're thinking more and more, obviously the adversity, the behavior will be developed, antisocial behavior will be there, aggressiveness will be more. So these are the things, but it need to be a hospital setting, NGO setup and government setup. We should be work with a very collective manner. It's kind of multidisciplinary team. One person, nothing to do with one person here. Only psychologists cannot do everything there.
But like a nation like Afghanistan, sir, I think it's really difficult because I
Really?
don't know how they cope up and things like that.
That is so horrible because that is law and order. It is not in their hand. Even the women's do now completely. I think 100% they stopped from the education system now.
Yes,
They have
yes.
to sit in the home, and even children though they cannot come on the street. So that is what every day, every nation has have their own difficulties, madam. If you take Gaza is another story. If you take Libya, another story.
Sudan, another story.
Sudan is another. Sudan within one day, 2.2 crores children was killed.
Oh.
You can't imagine even I think 25-30% is the population of the Karnataka state.
And Somalia also, no?
Somalia, yeah, especially for this all the African countries, especially which is a sharing border between these European countries, Libya and Jordan, and they especially part of Israel and Gaza and some of the Arab countries. It is will be there. Even also in India, also not special away from that. India also having, if you take a northeastern states where Myanmar, Bangladesh, this will be there. The displacement along with that, it will leads also more trafficking also.
Yeah, very true, very true. Yeah.
More trafficking. If you, in Karnataka, you can say take most of the northeast people will keep on coming here.
Yes.
Trafficking because of many agencies were running behind this. That is also kind of emergency only. Most of the children were coming through only by train only. If we can stand in the KSR Bangalore railway station or in the Yeshwanthpur, we can find minimum 100 people keep on coming illegally because they don't know where to go.
Very true. Very true.
God knows who is sending them where.
Maybe some stringent laws should come out, sir. I think then only we will be able to curb all these things because, any amount of just verbal or any amount of laws that we just write, I don't think it's helpful. Everything should be monitored.
Absolutely right. Because I will give you, madam, that law only not the solution, as you rightly said. What happened in 2000, the Juvenile Justice Act was there. So,
Okay.
Bala Nyaya Kaide. So, because in 2012, the Delhi gang rape was happened. So,
Correct.
where that one juvenile was involved, he also should be treated like adult, some suggestion came. So because of one child, again 2000 Juvenile Justice Act had changed in 2015. Means the changing the law, bringing the law again and again, it is not a solution.
Yes.
The strongly and what you can call strongly implementation is very important role. So bringing
implementation and monitoring, I think, sir.
Yes, 100%, 100. You 2000 you replaced with the 2015. So whether the solution has came out? No, the same environment has continued. So bringing law is the not solution, but awareness, monitoring, and it should start from our own family level, madam. It is very, because government also cannot do everything. It is a multi factors are included in any situations.
Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Any other questions, dear faculties? I will share the PPT after this one. I don't know why it is not retrieving. So I will share with the coordinator. Then from there you can collect it all up.
Sure, sir. Sure.
So any questions? Or we can wind up, or organizer have to take a call. This was one of the picture which that again taken by the UNICEF. See the condition of this child. So what will be the trauma, the next level of the life? So this is the war. War, it will be more damages the vulnerable groups of the society. I think you were able to see this.
Yeah, sir.
Yes.
Very disturbing.
Yes, yes. See that the child, a school-going child, that is.
I know. No, you can imagine what could be going around in its mind.
Yes, 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 yes. So it was bleeding from the ears, bleeding from the
Yeah,
nose. God
nose.
knows what happens in the brain. So maybe lost the parents also. What will be the love and affection next future?
No, you know, it's very you can't imagine, you know, you just wake up and, you know, you find you don't have parents. Just
Yes.
imagine who are they going to go to? What is their psychological,
Yes.
mental state?
That shock, I don't think so,
Yeah,
madam. They
I
not.
know.
Hmm.
But I think when you look at all this, I think India is better placed and
Yes, yes,
we are
yes.
more safe.
200%. Especially southern part is much better.
Yes, yes, very true, very true.
Okay. Even also, if you take that Jammu and Kashmir belt and this Leh Ladakh and this belt, so always not only that war, it is because of the climate also. The climate also impacting on lot many negative things. Yeah, even floods, even also
Still,
the,
when you look at Jammu and Kashmir, sir, you're still under stress all the time. You
always
go to the market, you're under stress. You know, you stay home or stand in the compound, you're under stress.
yes,
You know,
yes,
that's what.
true, true. Any questions from teachers? Anything out of the box also, if possible, I definitely will answer. Because since you are having the different streams, so I also wanted to know that how you are looking this kind of juvenile and emergency kind of situations.
But the so-called juvenile homes also are not very safe, sir, if you look at it like that, because we get to hear so many things about juvenile homes, how the children are ill-treated and how the children are misused.
Absolutely right. Because that not only one thing, madam, it is, I think, multiple factors again that there. See, because even government is facing the lot of shortage of staffs, one thing, and the second thing is peer influence.
Yeah,
So
correct.
because maybe I'm done first time antisocial behavior, the person might be a most experienced person also will be there next to you. So maybe you will get
Inspired.
educating these kind of things. Yes, educating the things and experiencing things. And if you are not, these multiple factors, even also maybe not providing basic counseling, not providing especially for that recreational activities, if you are not engaging properly,
But sir,
definitely.
what don't you think post-COVID we have more psychological problems when compared to pre-COVID?
Yes, yes, yes. It has drastically has increased. Drastically
Right?
has. That is what
Because
the Lancet was journal was told that 56 people, 56 percentage of people has died because of the fear. It is psychological fear.
very true,
But
very
what
true.
people think
Anxiety
that
is
it
on
is
the higher side.
physically. Yeah, but what we people thinking COVID-19 virus has not killed many people. It has killed by our mind first.
No, no, no. I think we should blame the news channel also that, they were always saying warning, warning, warning,
Yes,
red flag.
yes,
So I
absolutely.
think that killed many people, sir.
Yes. Even also news channels, social medias, and
Yeah.
we are exploring more in that YouTubes. Oh, if
Yeah.
I get a throat pain, what I have to drink, what
Yeah.
not to drink, and you're drinking too much of hot drinks also.
Google doctor.
Yes, 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 yes. Google doctor,
Yeah.
absolutely. Maybe it will misguide also you. No, so much of fear because how
No,
much.
but see, when you look at it, educated people also were a part of it.
Yeah, most of the educated people only have done these things.
Yeah. Very
Maybe
true.
those who are non-formal educated people, I don't think so. They are not Googled and they
They
check
didn't
this out
bother
and this.
much, I
Yes,
suppose.
yes, yes. So these are the things will be there. But now even due to because of this mobile addiction also it was increased a lot. Because
Hmm.
in the relationship it was distance and family and children distance and academic teachers and students role was too much and sleeping pattern it was impacting on their
Even
brain.
to this day, sleeping pattern is a major issue,
Yes,
sir.
yes, yes, yes.
Among especially
Absolutely.
teenagers, sleeping pattern is a major issue.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
That see the mental illness, the basic starting point is the sleeping pattern. If you're not
Yeah,
getting a good sleep, then that
very
is the
true.
next start.
Very true.
Yeah. Sleeping is very excellent, then you will be away from all those things.
Right.
Yeah.
But otherwise, also, sir, there should be a congenial environment that definitely, gets you to the place where you want to
Yeah,
go,
exactly.
because that also matters the
Yes,
most.
yes, 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 madam. Now I think it is now mobile addiction is the top number one
Yeah,
problem.
yeah, that's the number
More
one.
than others.
Because
Yes.
being teachers, we're seeing
Yeah.
children do not want to concentrate. See,
Yes.
earlier we always said 20 minutes was the concentration level of a person, but today 10 minutes also, no, you can find children very
You're
jittery,
right.
they don't want to listen to you, and many a times I found children asking me, ma'am, can we have an hybrid class? Can we have an online class?
Yes, 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 yes,
But
yes.
then otherwise also, there is not much of social interaction. We
Absolutely
are
right.
all social animal, no?
Correct,
And
correct.
our
Absolutely
interaction
right.
is very important like that if you look at it.
Yeah, yeah. In person is very important, madam. That
Yes, yes.
you can understand physically and psychologically everything. But in that hybrid mode, I don't think so. You will cannot
I
assess it.
think they will switch on the systems and they will be somewhere
Mm.
else in the house. They will
That's
not be
correct.
listening to what you're talking.
True, 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 true. Yeah. That is what that now research were going on that mobile addiction, how it's impacting on our brain development. So how because that's minimum it should be a 3 feet away from our sleeping place.
See, that's the
So
reason why you find many people with glasses now, because,
yes, yes, yes,
right?
absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
And
Eyes
that blue light is
pain.
not very good because it does not allow you to sleep.
Yes, yes, true. It affecting on the academic. If you're long sleep you're taking 2 o'clock to 1 o'clock, obviously it affecting on your academic performance.
Very true.
So
Very
your
true.
homework you cannot do and all those things. Then aggressiveness and everything will be developed.
Everything is interconnected,
Yes, yes,
interrelated.
absolutely. So any other questions from other faculty members? ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. Organizer side, any questions? Or otherwise we can wind up it, I think. Organizer is not here, ma'am.
They're there, sir.
Okay, okay. So I have one more meeting, madam. So I will take a leave then if you know questions from your side. Organizers. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Sir, you're audible.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay, okay. So then I will take a leave if you know no questions, nothing. So I think, yeah. Okay, then I will take a leave. So thank you so much. So thank you so much, everyone.
Sir, on behalf of MMT,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
on behalf of all the participants in the faculty development program and on my personal behalf, we would like to thank you for the wonderful presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
And thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, one and all.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.